I feel like the lighting is going to be really off in this video. I told myself I was going to be filming my whole pregnancy journey, and it just hasn't happened. According to my app, which I'm using the Nurture app, I am 20 weeks and 3 days pregnant. I just kind of wanted to sit down and just talk about how I'm feeling. Hopefully I'll do more of these because it'll be nice to look back and just see, you know, what I was going through and what my thoughts were when I was pregnant for the first time. I guess I should just do like a little mini background. Sorry, let me turn off my phone. My husband and I actually, we had a hard time getting pregnant for a while. I thought it might not be as easy because we were trying for over a year and nothing was happening. He made an appointment to see an OB. Basically told me that I was young, that I should just keep trying, that I should track my ovulation, and that was it. She just kind of blew me off. So this was January of this year, 2018, was when I saw her, and I just wasn't very happy with the way that they kind of just brushed me off. So then around, I want to say April, I went to another OB, which is the OB that I'm seeing now, and she was awesome. I told her the exact same thing I had told the other OB, and what she ended up doing was ordering tests for myself and my husband. I had to do the HSG test, which basically looked at my fallopian tubes to see that if they were blocked, and everything came back normal. But they did tell me that it's not uncommon for women that go through that procedure to get pregnant right away, which is what ended up happening. We were lucky that we didn't have to do any other tests. Ended up conceiving because no one really knows the exact date, but I want to say it was at the end of June. And I found out really early. I was about 5 weeks pregnant when I found out, and we had our first OB visit when I was about 7 weeks. So now that I'm 20 weeks, I feel like I've been pregnant for a very long time, even though it really hasn't been that long. I've been very lucky that this has been a very easy pregnancy. I was so scared because everyone tells you when you get pregnant that your body goes crazy and that you get all these symptoms, and that, you know, people always try to freak you out about what is going to happen. But thankfully, I've had a very mellow and easy pregnancy, and I am very blessed. We were very scared for a long time that we weren't going to be able to have any babies naturally, and it was a very hard topic to speak to your partner, your spouse, or your, you know, significant other about, because you pray and you hope and you wish for a baby for such a long time. And we got lucky, and you know, we hear of so many couples that have tried for years and they've gone through infertility and they just can't get pregnant, or they've gone through miscarriages, and you know, it's heartbreaking. I'm very lucky that my baby is okay and is healthy. I had never been pregnant before. When I saw that pregnancy test in July, it was like the end of July when I took it and it was positive, it was very shocking because all the tests that I had done before for over a year had all been negative. So I think my initial reaction to finding out that I was pregnant was shock, kind of like disbelief, because every other time that I had taken it and it had been negative, it would always be so disappointing and I would always cry, and it was just a bummer. So I'll just kind of quickly talk about certain things that have helped me throughout my pregnancy, certain symptoms. So when I started going to my OB at the first visit, they gave me this book, which is really helpful. I don't have the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. This book has really good information. It has pictures. It's been really interesting to read all the things because, yeah, everyone just talks about all the scary things about pregnancy, but they don't really tell you details, and it's nice to kind of either look at the app or look at the book. Well, when I found out I was pregnant, I was very excited, of course, and one of the first things that I bought was a fetal Doppler, which if you don't know what it is or if you've never seen one before, basically it looks like this. It has a little probe, you put it on your belly and you can hear the baby's heartbeat. The only problem is that my baby is very stubborn and I've never actually found her heartbeat to this day on my own. I think I found it last weekend, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't really know if it was a good purchase or not. I'm sure later in the pregnancy it'll be helpful, but right now, because she's really hard to find, that's been kind of like a bust. Her heart rate has been normal every time that we've listened to it when I've gone to my OB appointments, so I'm not really too worried. Another thing that has been helping me so much is a pillow that I sleep with every night to kind of like support my belly. I am 5'11" and a half, pretty much 6 feet tall. My bump is not that big, so it's not like I need a lot of support right now, but as I've gotten further along in my pregnancy, it's getting a little bit uncomfortable. I'll just talk about general symptoms, what I've felt, what I've been feeling. So at the beginning when I found out I was pregnant, like I said, I was about 5 weeks along. Honestly, I felt good, but I remember I had mentioned it to my coworkers that I was feeling this weird like cramp on the left side of my like abdomen, kind of in the ovary area, and I had asked them like, do you guys think that left-sided ovary pain means that you're pregnant? And they didn't think so, but I kind of had that like weird feeling because that little pain would come on and off. So it's kind of weird for me because whenever I would get my periods, I would never get cramps, I would never get colics or anything like that. I'm one of those really rare people that when they're on their period, they don't feel anything except for like bloating and sore boobs, all the regular things. That was my first pregnancy symptom that I ever had. My husband will tell you that my attitude and my mood was very bad. It's all the hormones and all the emotions and hormones, so he'll tell you that I definitely was a different person. And he was the one actually that he had asked me one day, he's like, are you sure you're not pregnant? So kind of because of him is the reason I took that one pregnancy test that ended up being positive. So around 10 weeks was when I kind of started feeling pregnant. I never once have thrown up with this pregnancy, so I'm very lucky. Around 10-ish weeks is when I started to feel more fatigue. I always wanted to kind of take afternoon naps or midday naps, and I kind of needed them because otherwise I would get this like really bad headache. I was getting a lot of headaches at the beginning, just general fatigue. I never had morning sickness, anything like that, but I always kind of felt like I was in a car. So you kind of have that like motion that you're in a car, and I remember like when we would be in a car and I wasn't driving, I kind of felt more sick, but I never threw up. I just kind of felt nauseous. Certain smells at the beginning around the 10-week mark were kind of getting to me. Certain textures, I couldn't eat certain things, which is very rare, very odd for me because I'm always eating and always hungry, and the food aversions were real. I was eating a lot of fruit. I still eat a lot of fruit. I like a lot of spicy stuff. So a lot of people thought, and I thought, that I was having a boy because I was craving, nothing but spicy stuff. And so it was really shocking to find out that, nope, it's a girl. Changes to my hair. I haven't really had a lot of changes to my hair. I think it's about the same. I have grown more hair though in odd places, like the middle of my belly is really fuzzy now, which is kind of funny. My vision, I went to the eye doctor about 2 weeks ago, and they did tell me that vision does change with pregnancy. My eyes are a little bit more sensitive to light, I've noticed, and they're a little bit drier than usual. I wear contacts, so that could be another reason. I was breaking out a lot more around the 10-ish mark. My skin is pretty nice now compared to how it was, but my back has a lot of acne, and I have a lot of like little red bumps on my arms, so I think that's pregnancy related because I definitely didn't have it before I got pregnant. My belly has gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit more firmer, but like I said, I'm really tall, so it's not really a huge bump. But I am getting a lot of like stretching itchiness, so I've been applying products, not to really prevent stretch marks, because if I get stretch marks I don't really care, but just to kind of keep it hydrated. Otherwise I'm just like, I just want to constantly scratch. And my legs too, they've been really dry, so I've been putting lotion or coconut oil on them because I don't want to scratch them. I don't know, apparently my mom said that if you scratch your legs it's going to bring out the varicose veins, so I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't had any swelling, nothing in my hands, nothing in my legs. My blood pressure has been good. Weight wise, I don't really know how much I've gained. I know I've gained, I haven't lost any weight, but I'm not really keeping track of it. My boobs were, since the beginning, since before 10 weeks, they were really, really sore. That was another early pregnancy symptom. But at the beginning, when my boobs were sore, I thought it was just because I was going to get my period. They got bigger. My left one is bigger than my right one, which has always kind of been the case for me. And they've definitely gotten darker, and there's been more texture to them and bigger in certain areas. I know a lot of my little cousins watch, so I don't want to get into any of the nasty details. They're very sensitive still. I've been wearing maternity bras since about 10 weeks because my regular wire bras are just so uncomfortable. Prenatals, I was really good about taking my prenatals at the beginning, and now it's I kind of take them when I remember, but my OB doesn't really seem too concerned about me taking prenatal. We have our anatomy scan in, I want to say, 2 weeks or so I'm really excited to see her again because we haven't seen her since I was 8 weeks and 4 days along, so it's been a long time since we've seen her. Okay, I just wanted to do like a bump shot. There's what that looks like. I am wearing maternity pants from Target. Okay, here's the bump with a different shirt on, but there we go. Here's the side. Like I said, I'm really tall, so there's really not much there. That's it. 20 weeks down, 20 more to go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.